Howdy, classmates. I've decided to do George Lucas for my innovative person essay, and let me tell you, he is one underappreciated, innovative human being. He has done a lot of things for not only the movie industry, but things that are felt in the gaming industry, that are felt really anything that involves technology and the innovation of it for entertainment purposes. Let me start by saying things like animation. He actually was his company made Pixar. Now, granted, they sold it in 1986 before like they did all their crazy awesome things, but they started it and they were the base of what it would become. So you have George Lucas to thank for Pixar, which he sold Steve Jobs and all that good stuff, and we all know how that still continues to be glorious to this day. DVD extras are a thing that George Lucas also really brought to the forefront, something that you didn't really see very much before Star Wars Episode 1. That was the first movie to have a DVD featurette included with, or like a web featurette. So, like, the importance of the behind the scenes, the glorifying of the people who make the magic happen, who do the behind the scenes goodness. George Lucas really brought that to the forefront, and really, like I honestly I don't know if it was him specifically who designed it, but it was his company. It was him who directed the Star Wars movies, and so that's something that he deserves a lot of credit for. Um, Another thing that he often gets a lot of heat for like editing and changing the original trilogy of Star Wars movies. Nerds get butthurt all the time about this, and I don't really understand it. He took his movies that were his, that he owns the rights to, and said, "Hey, I'm going to make these better because I now have the technology to do it, and I now have these prequels that I need to fill in some plot holes, and I need to add some things to really tie it all together to do it." And that's something that in games you don't see very many games that don't have patches nowadays, that don't have updates. Like that sort of way of doing things. I mean, obviously they're not going to be like, "Oh, George Lucas told me to do it." But like that way of doing this, that viable way of enhancing a product. Really, I mean, he's one of the very few, like he was one of the first people to really go in there and like not be afraid to do it and not care about fan backlash, because spoilers are still going to buy it. They're still going to go watch the Star Wars movies, and they're still going to enjoy it. So the him doing that was very, I mean, innovation, like super innovative. No, but innovative in that how things are done and how he made that be the thing that happens. Yeah. Another thing he did, especially for editing, was like before Star Wars, it wasn't really done that much. Where like he expects people to follow along with what's going on, and like there's not really any explanation. There's no flashbacks in Star Wars. There's no like dream sequences, but like everything's happening simultaneously, and it cuts between a lot of different things. And that's something that really hadn't happened in movies until Star Wars. I mean, I'm sure it had happened before, but now like that's something you see way more often. That's something that like with Game of Thrones, like everything's happening at the same time simultaneously, but it's jumping to different things. And I mean, you see it in Lord of the Rings, you see it in Harry Potter. I think you see it in Harry Potter, and that's something that really, as far as I can tell, started with George Lucas, who innovated the crap out of the movie industry. He was the first to capture a major motion picture exclusively on high def cameras. This was Star Wars Episode 2. And, like, uh, film nerds, Roger Ebert was like, "No, you can't do that. It won't be as good." But now, like, the vast majority of theaters all over the world are exclusively digital. Like traditional film is like on the way out. It's not quite extinct yet, but it will be. And so George Lucas always trying to find whatever the best technology is at the time and how to make it better and how to do things with it. He's very innovative for that, and I can go on for days and days and days and days. But that's really a taste of the innovation that he's brought to the movie industry and to really the entertainment industry as a whole. My name is Jerry Bergerman. Thank you for watching.